And like just being in a house, if you do decide to rush, I mean, not everybody rushes and you don't have to rush and everything. And like, even if you do rush, the rest process doesn't always work out for everyone, so not everybody joins a house. But if you do end up joining a house, all that stuff, you don't have to do, but you can do. If you do, it's so much fun. It makes the campus smaller. It makes you like exposed to a lot of different people you might not ordinarily have met. And it's just like a really good sense of community on campus and really fun. And like we do a lot of fun activities. We do some philanthropy events. We do, what else do we do? I don't know, we like host performances by like a cappella groups. Like we do all different kinds of stuff. It's not just like, oh, let's get drunk together, you know? So yeah, definitely like, so would suggest rushing and at least like, I don't know, trying it out, looking around, seeing what's like.
I'll just add a personal anecdote onto how comfortable.
Drop it. Let's drop it.
How comfortable I feel with like the going out scene on Dartmouth's campus. So on Monday, I have these scars to prove it.
Yeah, Dartmouth is so safe and it's so comfortable, and I have these scars to prove it.
I didn't like do it. It was purely my dumb ass. So what happened was I was leaving this one house, and this was on a Monday night, the first week of the term. It was Vital for Reds and stuff. I left the house, saw some friends I was there with on the other side of the street, so I run across like the lawn of the house and trip over the one chain because I didn't see it, and face plant in front of the house. I was bleeding.
Oh my gosh.
But the thing that really like oddly enough made me feel so at home within this system was that once I fell, people that I didn't even go out with that knew me saw me faceplant and rushed over and were like, "Josh, are you okay?"
The wonders of the Greek system.
But
Good Samaritans are everywhere.
So that's my story, and I think that was really cool to me that like I could go into these spaces that I wouldn't probably always like feel comfortable in, and always like meet people through that, and also just like know that someone is there most likely that actually cares for me and cares enough to like make sure I'm okay. People that I know will just randomly walk up to me, like I didn't go out with them, but they're like, "Oh, Josh, are you doing okay? How are you?" And all of that, and like I think that just pays testament to the community.
You also can just meet like new friends. I met so many new friends going out, and it's just like,
it's not as scary as it seems. One person responded, "There's a huge wealth disparity that separates students."
Kind of.
What are your thoughts on this? Because I feel like there's a lot less elitism here than a lot of other schools, because aside from like the Canada Goose and the Montclairs and stuff, like the obvious displays of wealth, I haven't had people like just flaunting their wealth.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's like that, and I don't think it's like people saying anything. I just think that there is this like underground kind, not underground, it's there, but like there is this divide on campus, I will say. And it's not like super black and white, you know, it's not like there's no poor people who are friends with rich people, you know what I mean? It's not like that. But like I will say that like some Greek houses that are much wealthier than others, and that like correlates, and like those a lot, especially for guys, those are all a lot based on like just friend groups that happen before you even rush. And so like those friend groups are like, that is a huge part of that. I'm not gonna like deny that. And a lot of it is because of like people you went to high school with, or like people you summered with, or like anything like that.
Did you just use summer as a verb?
Like I think that's something that's actually not really talked about at Dartmouth. Like I mean, even just looking, like I'll say I'm like part of this because like I went to boarding school, and most of my friends, like I would say a good, probably honestly like 80% of my friends went to private school. Like people are very nice and like open and stuff. It's not like people are like talking crap, you know? It's just that like I guess people who have had similar life experiences like are drawn to each other.
I agree with that a lot because I think that.
Because I think it goes both ways, to be honest. Not to be like.
I think it reflects itself in my life too, because I went to a private school on financial aid, so I'm seeing like both sides of this a lot, and I find that like I'm not like super indoctrinated into like the New England prep school culture, but I know a fair amount of people in that system and can relate to that system, because I kind of grew up with that too, but at the same time, I didn't grow up wealthy. I was like that one kid that ordered water at the restaurant. I think like it reflects in my personal life in the sense that I've been able to relate to people from a lot of different income levels, and I think like it does make sense that some people will group off together based on like rich people things, in the sense like if you're low income, chances are you don't ski. But then the skiers will all be friends with each other, kind of thing.
I do think that it also has to do with, like what you're saying, like things people like to do and want to do together with their friends.
I mean, I don't think there is really a positive way to spin it, but when you're going to like an expensive private school in the first place, I don't really see how like this is avoidable, you know? I mean, I got 2 people that said it's super liberal, and I'm not sure if that was a joke because they're both people that I know.
Basically, honestly, Dartmouth is really liberal. And
in the general sense. Like, people will say, oh, it's the most conservative Ivy, but like if you think about
the Ivies are mad liberal.
Yeah, on the scale of 1 to 100, and like on a scale of 1 to 100, closer to 100 being liberal, closer to 0 being more conservative, I think like the whole Ivy League falls between like the 75 to 90 range. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, like if Dartmouth is on the lower end of that at like a 75 to 80, that's still like really freaking liberal. Yeah. So it's like, I think the difference between our campus and a lot of other places is that there are some like platforms for conservative students to actually engage in politics, which is different from a lot of places, and I think is important in that sense. But there's also like a vast majority of students who are liberal.
But I think though that like, I feel like we're kind of like a lot of college campuses in this sense, in that like the vast majority of people like are liberal, but like liberal moderate, you know, kind of like establishment Democrats, you know. Like I think that's like the most people, but then like there's a very 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 vocal far left, and then I'd say there's a very vocal far right.
Like for the most part, the conservatives I've met on this campus aren't like vocal about social issues as much. I think like more so it's like economic conservatism. In the terms of like conservatives are more libertarian than like traditional Republican kind of conservatives. Even though everyone studies a lot, they're still laid back and relaxed / no stress culture.
Yeah.
I will agree with that. There's
fact.
Like people are open about their stress, but it's not like the stress Olympics, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like trying to be, oh, I'm more stressed than you.
Yeah, no, nobody does that. Like it's like if you say, oh, you're really stressed, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Not like, oh, well, actually, you don't even understand what I have going on my plate.
It's more of like a same. Dartmouth students are nature oriented. I wouldn't say nature oriented.
We probably have more nature people than average, but I don't think the average person is more nature. That makes sense.
I don't think people are necessarily like outdoorsy, because a lot of people I know that started in like the DOC and with like mountaineering club, with rock climbing outdoors and climbing team and hiking and all of that started in college.
Yeah.
Like I never paddled a kayak. I didn't know what the hell a paddle was before coming to college.
Look, that's a personal problem.
I'm from the desert.
Yeah, true.
Like, you can't blame me, but I was never that type, but then I got exposed to that here. So a lot of people do the same, where it's like, you start here, so don't worry if you're not outdoorsy. If you're open to trying things, that's also like a good social space to venture
Or
into.
honestly, you don't even have to try them.
Yeah.
I'm not that outdoorsy, and I just don't do it.
Dartmouth is bad for introverts or people who don't like to party?
I don't really know. I just think, okay, this is the thing. It's like, if you don't like to party, like, first of all, there's a lot of other things to do, actually. Like, one time I went to poker club. Have you ever been to poker club?
No, I haven't.
They didn't really like me because I like, don't know anything about poker, okay? And there's, like, this poker club, and they have, like, Amazon gift cards if you win. And I, like, showed up, like, twice, and both times I placed in the top 3, and they were, like, really upset because I just showed up, and I was, like, bluffing so hard because I didn't know I was bluffing. Like, I didn't know that I had the worst hand ever. And then I, like, beat them, and these are, like, hardcore poker players. And they were, like, and also it was, like, all these guys, and also they were, like, not talkative at all. And I showed up, and I'm like, hey, guys, like, I just really want to learn how to play poker. Like, and then I won, and everyone was, like, we hate you. So anyway, I didn't go back there. But there's, like, a lot of other things to do. But also, like, dude, actually, Collis After Dark is low-key, it slaps, okay? They have, like, Dance Dance Revolution machines they rent, or, like, they put, like, a roller rink just, like, in the middle of, like, our student center. Like, there's a lot of other things to do.
Also, I am a big fan of Friday Night Rock. And
Friday Night Rock is actually lit.
I love going
There's, like, school-sponsored little concerts, and they bring, like, small artists that are actually really dank.
Like, really, if you listen to indie music, you'll hear a fair number of their names. Like, I remember a few weeks ago, I went to Current Joys, who is coincidentally from my town.
Nice.
And, like, I got really into his music after that. really cool. And then
Yeah.
I was like listening to some other artists on like my discovered Spotify thing, and then I looked at the name and I was like, wait, I remember that name from somewhere. And
Yeah.
I looked back and I was on like the Friday Night Rock page on Instagram, and I found out that they came here. I'm like, why do I like their music now?
Afterwards. Yeah, there's a lot of things to do, and also like you can honestly just also go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like okay, I'm serious though. If you don't like to party, like, what are the reasons you don't like to party, right? Maybe you don't like being in a sweaty, crowded space. Maybe you don't like staying up really late. Maybe you don't like being around drunk people. Like, there's a lot of reasons, right? But, like, a lot of those reasons could be resolved by just going to sleep at a reasonable hour. I'm serious. Like, people go out at either 10 or 11, depending on the night. So, you could just go to bed at 10 or 11, get a great night's sleep, wake up early, get a nice run in the morning. Like, you could just skip it. You know? Like, it's not like, I don't know, I just feel like you don't always need, like, something. The school's so big on, like, we have to have an alternative for, like, at that exact time, what you can do instead of going to a party. But, like, you could literally just go to sleep. You could just hang out with your friends in your room. You could, like, play some Cards Against Humanity. Like, I don't know. If you surround yourself with people who like doing the same things as you, you're gonna be fine.
Speaking of, like, I know a lot of my friends who don't really go out that much do have friend groups where, like, they all don't really go out that much, or they all don't drink. So, like, for example, Jones Media Center, where we are currently here filming this video, has like board games for rent.
Yeah.
And like lots of movies.
And like video games, don't they have, right?
Yeah, you could like rent a projector and just hang out in someone's room and like watch
I have a
movie.
Wii in my room. Like, you could just do anything or sleep.
I love sleep, but I don't think it's fun.
Oh. Okay. Well, I enjoy it a lot.
It's like,
and I take any opportunity.
It's like eating your like fourth scoop of ice cream, you know? It's like you love it a lot, but you know
I
it's
can't
like,
relate.
It doesn't feel
Sleeping
it's
is
like not the same as
okay, but
first.
how many hours of sleep do you get per night, Josh? Be honest.
Depending on what?
Just in general, on average.
5, 6.
Okay, yeah. I get 9.5. So, guess you should be skipping those parties and going to bed. No, it's just wait. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just a lot of extracurriculars.
But so, guys, I'm on a team, a sports team. I am a social chair of my sorority. I work 3 jobs. I go to school. I've had several terms where I took 4 classes just for fun. I don't really do clubs. I will say that. You do clubs.
I try to like, do too much.
I need to get you on my next level. I have elite time management. I will say that. Like, this is just me complimenting myself right now.
Like, I have so much respect for that.
Like, I just have the most elite time management. You just gotta plan every minute of every day, every single thing you have to do.
Okay, wait, like...
Go to office hours, go to painting, go do my homework, have dinner, go to work.
I don't like planning every minute of my day because then I feel like I'm going from meeting to meeting to meeting, and rather than like actually relaxing during that time, I get anxious about like going to the next thing, and then that just like breaks me.
See, I feel less like that because I feel like if I plan it out, then I'm giving myself the freedom. So if I plan that at 2:30 I'm gonna clean my room, then at 2, obviously I can lay in bed and watch YouTube videos because at 2:30 is when the cleaning starts. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed hearing our responses to your assumptions about Dartmouth. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to Kate. Follow us on Instagram.
Please
follow me for more announcements on having a meetup because, because
it'll be fun.
Joelle and Hannah are pretty down for it too.
Okay.
So we're
Dartmouth
YouTuber
YouTubers Squad meetup.
Yeah,
it's going to be electric.
It'll be a fun time.
Hottest collab of 2019.
We'd love to talk to you guys, probably.
Yeah, we really like to talk, clearly. We've been filming for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love talking to you guys. Hit us up on social media and
give us validation.
Stay tuned for more videos. I'm sure I'm dropping a moving in for this term vlog because I just had to move in again after
That'll
my
be linked up there.
I have to edit that today, and then we'll drop it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Reach across the table.
Congrats 23s. Come here.
Congrats 23s. Come to Dartmouth.
Come to Dimensions. Yeah, super excited. You don't come to Dartmouth, like...
Am I just yelling into the void?
Exactly. What am I living for anymore?